Are you gonna get this started? My other is it playing yet? Okay, yeah. My little device overheated. Okay, but it's okay. We're gonna keep going with this one. We'll get in what we can get in, and we'll switch back. So we read. Let's go back to because we finished off that Job 21. So let's go back to Psalms 50 and verse. Yeah, we don't need to read that again. Verse 18. It says, "When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentedst with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son." Yeah, and they've done that, man. They taken, the things. See, they understand, like the scriptures talk about. They accomplish a diligent search. They understand the things that that are not pleasing to the Lord. Okay, so they see these things, these different things, and they put certain things in our face. These different avenues. All right, and have the Israelites go off, so they can accuse us to the Lord and say, "See, these are the ones you say are your people." All right, because they really have hopes that they're going to get their birthright back. All right, these are your people. Look at what they're doing, and you're the one that set the stumbling blocks in the way. All right, through the music, okay, those harmonic frequencies and things of that nature. All right, the music does things to people, okay, and they're owned by the the Jays, right? So why is it when there's a peaceful music and stuff like that, that's not pushed, but you get all this rap, boom ha boom ba, all that music, they put that out there full blast. It's okay. It's okay to talk about you're going to delete your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your cousin, or I'm going to rob the next door neighbor, all this kind of stuff. That's okay to push out into the community. But when there's, like, what's his name? He was an Israelite too. Bob Marley, okay? All right? All that peaceful music, they got rid of him, man. Okay? They got rid of him. It's too peaceful. We don't want that. We don't want to stir up trouble amongst these Israelites. We want to put them one against another, okay? So they found out different things, and that's just one avenue, but they found out different things, okay, that they can take and use against us to further keep us down, and then go back and try to accuse us to the Lord because they truly think that they're going to get their birthright back. And their backup plan is we're going to put forth this C-hip, okay? That's the backup plan, all right? Because the other way ain't working. Yeah, they're going off, but the Lord reserved 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to Baal and have kissed him, basically meaning have worshipped him, bowed down to the image of the beast or whatever the case may be, okay? He reserved certain men that are going to say no to the whole system, all right, in the way society is today, okay? He's only going to get the 2/3, all right? He's going to get the 2/3 of the Israelites. And there may be some Israelites of the 2/3 that are not going to go along with the system, but they're going to be deleted. You know why? Because they're not going to be protected by the Lord. So there's no way around it, out of it, okay? But this is what they think. That's their backup plan, all right? That's their main goal, really, okay? We're going to issue, all right, this digital system so we can control everybody in the earth. That's why the scripture is going to talk about sitting in the temple of the Most High, okay? What's the temple of the Lord? Well, it tells you in 1 Corinthians 3:16, because we already had previous buildings that were actual buildings. But the scriptures tell you that the third temple will be a spiritual temple, okay? A spiritual temple. And we just quoted that before. The temple of the Lord is with men, right? Does not the scripture say that? I believe that's in Revelation 21, if I'm correct. All right, the temple of the Most High is with men, okay? So 1 Corinthians 3 tells you about the same temple. Know you not that ye are the temple of the Lord, and the Most High dwelleth within you. You are the temple. The spirit, the third temple, it's the spiritual temple, and that's Israelites. Because unless you're an Israelite, it doesn't pertain to you anyways. So if they can put that C-hip into you, that's how they've entered into the temple of the Lord. All right, because back in the ancient days, they were able to come and kill people, raid it, steal all the gold and treasures out of it, put pig's blood all over the altar and things of that nature, and force the people to eat swine and do other things and worship pagan gods and things of that nature. But they can't do it now except for by a choice. All right, there's no forcing you, okay? It's by choice. Now, they're going to try to put the pressure on you to make you buckle, all right, and go and drive towards their system. But the thing is, it has to be a choice, man. That's what's most important. So if you take the chip, I guess I said it. If you take the C-hip, right, then you've chosen to forsake the Lord, all right, for these devils, man, for these bacon families. And now you've made a conscious choice that you trust in them, you believe in them, you want whatever they got, and you're not going to trust the Lord through faith, all right, to deliver you from whatever situation that you're placed in. See, that's why they're going to put the pressure on you to make you want them. They're going to make you want them. They're going to make you want the system, make you want their technology, okay? And then you're going to make the conscious decision of siding with them instead of trusting in the Lord. Okay? So it says, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thy own mother's son. Okay, and that can go back to, let me get this. What am I holding? Okay, I was probably just holding something. Let me go all the way back to Genesis real quick. Let me go back to Genesis. Let me go over here to Genesis chapter. I rip another page. Oh no, I just folded up. Let's go over here to Genesis chapter 3. Okay. Let me see. Did I lose my page? Make sure I hold my page. I think I lost it. I get it back. It's okay. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yep. Let me hold my page. All right. So Psalms. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. It says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. Okay. And this was not a snake. When you go into that word serpent, the word is nachash. All right. And it goes into fortune telling, practicing divination. Okay. Basically magic, witchcraft, wizardry. Okay. Is that not what they do today? These are the same people. All right. It's the same sea line of people, man. From the serpent in the garden to Cain to Esau and so on and so forth from there, man. All right. Genesis 36 chapter, the Dukes of Edom. All right. Tells you about all these things, man. Who are the ones that call themselves kings and, all right, what's going on, boss, man? Queens, dukes, duchesses, all right, marquis, and all these different names, right? Those titles, man. Okay. The Lord is pointing these people out, man, for you to understand, all right, what you're dealing with. Okay. It says, now the serpent was was more subtle. Okay. All right. And subtle pretty much going into being crafty, right? Than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, hath God said, ye shall not eat every tree of the garden. Okay. It says, and the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. Okay. And that's what he told a half truth. Okay. Because they did die. It just wasn't right away. Okay. And the scriptures do go on to say, not in this chapter, but, you know, it was necessary for us to have fallen away. Oh, Adam, what hast thou done? Okay. But you tell me where this talking snake is. I want to see it, man. I'm gonna go to that zoo. I don't know how much money it's gonna cost, but we'll get there. Okay. You can't. There's no snake doing magic. There's no snake talking. All right. Come on, man. But these are, you know, these cunningly devised fables that have been made up, stemming from pretty much the Roman Catholic Church, and all the denominations fall under that. Roman Catholicism, Christianity, and all the other religions as well. Okay. They all fall under that. Okay. You're all Christians, Catholics in some other way. Okay. All right. Because your religion was founded by some Edomite. All right. Who stemmed from either Christianity or Roman Catholicism. But anyways. All right. But this is the point, though. He used subtlety. He was very crafty, a crafty devil, man. He used subtlety, even way back in the garden, man. And he fed Eve with these other philosophies. Okay. And she went back and gave those things that she learned from the serpent to Adam. All right. And Adam fell to these things. And then it goes on to, you know, cursing all three of them. All right. So I want to read any more from there because we don't necessarily need anything. We can go back. So going back to Psalms 50 and verse 20 again, it says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. All right. Going back to the two nations in the womb, right? Jacob and Esau, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. Okay. Now, as a matter of fact, let me grab something real quick because I'm going with Revelation real quick. I'm gonna grab this real quick in Psalms 55. Yeah, Psalms 55, and let's start at 20. It says, he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. You see? Smoother than butter. But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Okay? And that's how he is today, man. Given these two political systems, man, they're both devils, man. Okay? They're both with the same agenda, all right? Left wing, right wing, it doesn't matter. Those two wings belong to the same bird, right? The same eagle, okay? So so nothing is out of whack here, all right? The Lord got everything planned out, man. Laid out smooth, man. Okay, it's just that some people don't believe. Make sure I'm still ticking there. Okay, yeah, I can't really see it. All right, so yeah, man, the Lord got everything laid out smooth. Okay, but it says what? It says, let's read it again. Verse 21 says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Okay. I was going to read some more, but I'm gonna go over to. I'm gonna grab this though, because I'm gonna get that Revelation 12. But let me grab this scripture real quick though, because this is in Revelation. So let me go over here to Revelation 13 and 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Okay, and back in the ancient Roman Empire, you had those plebeians and patricians, right? What do you have today? Democrats and Republicans. It's the same thing. It's the same formula, right? You have the revival of the ancient Roman Empire, whatever is going on in America. Okay, why do you think some of your things here look like things in Egypt, things in Rome, things from Greece, all right, the Greek Empire, right? Because these are the same people, okay? Now, they're not the actual Egyptians, but at some point, okay, the Greeks came and took over Egypt, okay? Ptolemy First Soter, one of Alexander the Greek's generals, he took over Egypt, okay? So you got to understand that as well, man. But it's the same thing, man. Look at your dollar bill. Look on the front and back of it. You got an Edomite face on the front of it, and then you got all these other things, okay, on the back. That symbolize what? You got the pyramid up there. Where's that from? Egypt, okay? You got this all-seeing eye. That goes back to, Egyptology, all these different things, okay? Things that they stole from different nations and formulated them, okay? Babylon is a mixing, melting pot of these former nations all into one, man, okay? And the Lord has this time where he's going to bring this place down. Let's continue. It says, he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Yeah, what did it say? His words were smoother than butter, all right? But war was in his heart. It says, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him. What's the first beast before him? It's the ancient Roman Empire. It tells you that. Let me get it real quick. You go over here to Daniel, right? Let's see if I can hold this. Those pages, I just drop it because I'm ripping my pages. Let me get Daniel. Let me go over here to Daniel. It tells you exactly what this place is, all right? An extension of the ancient Roman Empire. That's just one of the names for it, because it's also known as spiritual Sodom in Egypt. Okay, we just talked about Egypt, right? Revelation 11 and 8, spiritual Sodom in Egypt. Okay, also known as Babylon the Great. All right, because it tells you that in Isaiah, man, daughter of the Chaldeans, right? And it was the Babylonians that absorbed the original Chaldeans, into their empire, okay? And they pretty much were assimilated into the Babylonian Empire, all right? So, what was I looking for? Oh, yeah, Daniel 7. Daniel 7 and 7, all right? This is talking about, in verse 7, it's talking about the ancient Roman Empire. It says, after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And they were a very fierce army. If I'm correct, I believe they studied the Persian army, because they were a very fierce army. But the Romans came up and did it worse, okay? And they had those iron weapons and things of that nature. They were a very fierce, to be the Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire's enemy back then, all right? Hey, that was some trouble, okay? You'd rather be their ally than be their enemies, okay? And they were very brutal people. It says, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns, okay? It was different from all the other nations that have ruled before it. They all ruled over the Israelites, furthermore, to make that point, okay? But then verse 8 says what? I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. This is what it tells you in Revelation chapter 17, man, okay? Those Edomite empires, the Greeks, the Romans, Germanium Major, Germanium Minor, the French, the Spanish, and the British. Then it says that America is the eighth that is of the seven. And of course, it's not going to say America straight out, but as the Spirit is dealing with, you see exactly what it's talking about. It is the eighth that is of the seven, because the three that were fallen were the French, the Spanish, and the British. Did not the colonial period bring those wars here on this land? And then what? The American Edomites gained their independence from the Edomites back east, okay? Had nothing to do with you Israelites, man. You still worshiping the 4th of July. Ain't had nothing to do with your people, okay? That was a war between Edomites. And then you were still slaves, you see? So history is always on point, according to the scriptures, man. But the average person don't want to know history. They don't want to read a book, man. They want to look at rappers and stuff like that, man. They don't want to read a book, okay? What the saying go? You want to hide stuff from a nigga, put it in a book? Okay, I hate to say it, but hey, man, it's facts, man. Look at our people, man. But this is the degenerate state we've fallen into, like I said in Jeremiah, man. Verse 8 says, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. That's talking about America, before whom, but I thought we were just talking about the ancient Roman Empire. So it's showing you that America is an extension of the ancient Roman Empire. Okay, before whom there were the three of the first horns plucked up by the roots, which we just talked about, the French, the Spanish, and the British, those particular wars there. Okay, so it says, and behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things, which just foreshadows all the other scriptures we just read. All right, he had two horns like a lamb, he spake as a dragon, his words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, so on and so forth, man. Let's go back to Revelation 13. I'm gonna check my other device too, see if it came back up. We can finish that session. I know this was gonna cut off at some point. Matter of fact, I'll check it after this. So let's get this real quick. Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him. What was the first beast before him? The ancient Roman Empire. That was the last one that was in power. Then in the Renaissance period, they came back out. Renaissance means rebirth. Okay, they came back into power, and America is a result of that. So we just read in Daniel chapter 7. Verse 7 was talking about the ancient Roman Empire. Verse 8 was talking about America, showing you that America is an extension of the ancient Roman Empire. Okay, it says, and it exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causing the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose daily wound was healed. Okay, because they were taken out of power, but they were never completely destroyed. Okay, as a nation of people. And that's what we just mentioned, the Renaissance period, where they came back up. Okay, it says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And did they not drop bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Okay. These are great wonders that they did, okay? And even today, what's the great wonder they're trying to pull off now? The digital system. You see? This is the greatest one they're going to pull off. With the brain C-hips and things of that nature. Alter ego, Synchron. What's the one with the other guy? Yeah, Neuralink, right? These are lying signs and wonders, man. They're still doing the same thing, man. False miracles, man. But it's just coming at a different angle. See? So it says, and verse 14 says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those what miracles, you see, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell in the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live, which is the ancient Roman Empire. Come back to life through America, man. And he had the power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Yeah, and so through his policies, his rules, his laws, he's passed maps, he passed bestiality, he passed transgenderism, momoism, all these different things. Made it so a child can change their genders and things of that nature. That's not a choice, man. There's two species, or not species, but two genders, male and female. That's it, man. The Lord didn't create all that other nonsense, okay? But that's through this system where these things are, because everything that they're about is the opposite of the Lord, except for one thing. As a matter of fact, we're going to get there next. Let me see if I can pull this back up, though. Give me 1 second. But yeah, the one thing that they do hold to, okay? And it's not because they fear the Lord or they reverence the Lord. What we just read, all right? What has thou do to declare my statutes? Nothing, man. Because we read in Job 21 that they desire not the knowledge of the Lord and his ways and so on and so forth, right? Correct. Okay. So, let me get, before we go over there, let me go ahead and get what I was going to get in 12, right? Come off the last verses that we just read. Let's see here. I think I got, give me a second. Let's see if it's still going or not. No, it ended. So I'm creating a new session real quick, and we'll have this one going. And when that one stops, we'll put this one up there. All right, make sure it didn't stop already. No, we're still ticking. All right, so let me just put 8. Bam, and it will get this one recording, and we'll keep going. We'll keep moving. And Lord willing, we get some, because it's cloudy right now, get some blockage, knock some of that sun off, because that's what happened. It overheated. But let's continue. All right, so there we go into the studio. Give me a second. Give me 2 seconds. We'll be in, and we'll be on our way. All right, hit record on this one, and there we go. All right, we good. I think we're going. Yep. All right, we good to go. All right, so let me get Revelation chapter 12. Stemming off. Matter of fact, let me read that Psalms again, so we can make sure we're on point, right? So let me go back to Psalms 50 real quick. I'm going to read that particular verse again. Psalms 50 and get 19 to 20 again. It says, thou givest thy mouth to evil and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. Okay, so let's go to Revelation chapter 12. All right, and we're going to pick up at verse 7. It says, and there was war in heaven, Michael and his angels fought. And that war in heaven is not talking about in the heavenly realm. You are an absolute fool if you think the Lord does not have control over his own realm, okay? Satan did not get cast out of heaven for being degenerate, and he brought angels with him. That's nonsense, okay? That is a false doctrine, right? The Lord has control over all. The scriptures say that. I, the Lord, do all these things. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Okay, Job chapter 1 will tell you that Satan goes before the Lord as one of the sons of the Most High and get his orders from the Lord. And then he goes out to do what the Lord created him to do. All right, which is to create all this chaos and madness in the earth. All right, go and put the pressure on the people. He works through the minds of the Edomites, but he also comes around, you know, to put pressure on the Israelites, man. That's part of his job. That's what he does, man. Okay, that's what he does. He's in tune with the Lord. Okay. Ain't nothing in the heavens out of order, man. That war in heaven is talking about what we see now, right? Right above our heads, okay? That's the heavens. Outer space is the second heaven. The heavenly realm is the third heaven. Paul talked about it. The third heaven, man. This is the spiritual realm. And the only way to get there is the Lord got to take your soul from out of your body, man. That's through death, okay? The second heaven is the outer space, which Esau has never been to because they can't pass the radiation belt. And they got the nerve to be talking about colonizing, you know, doggone Mars. It's never going to happen. You can't get there, okay? Lying to you, telling you that they've been to the moon. That was recorded in the studio. You can't go there. The moon is nothing but a light. How can you land on a ball of light, man? You burn up. The sun is an even brighter light and even a more fiery light, okay? So you can't even get close to the sun. But the moon is also a light. It tells you that in Genesis 1, man. He created two lights, man. A greater light to rule the day and a lesser light to rule the night, man. And are lights not hot? So how can you land on this thing, man? We know they're lying. We know they've never been out there to the moon. We know they've never been to the outer reaches of space because they try to find a way to colonize other planets. That's why they keep talking about Mars, man. Okay? They find a way to colonize Mars by now, right? And just so happens that their first idea in order to terraform Mars is to nuke it. Does not sound like them, man. Okay, it sounds just like them. Edomites with the sword, man. Okay? They have not searched out the depths of the ocean. Okay? All these things they telling you they searched out, they haven't even searched out all the land mass of the earth, man. There's places they can't go, man. Deep inside certain rainforests or some territory where there's some indigenous people living at. They can't go there because they ain't coming back, man. Doesn't matter how many guns and you know, things of that nature that they have, man. These people know the land. All right? They're not Reuben beat them with guerrilla warfare. Where you think they learned guerrilla warfare from? They're not that smart. Nah, they learned that from Reuben, one of the so-called Native American tribes, right? Reuben. Gad and Reuben are the two so-called Indian tribes, right? They learned that from the Reubenites, man. That guerrilla warfare, okay? Ducking bullets out of guns and stuff like that. That's why they learned guerrilla warfare. But anyways, just making a point. Let's continue. Yeah, Revelation 12 and 7. It says, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. And if you know anything about the dragon, you know that's the Edomite Empire, man. It was a serpent in Genesis 3, and all the way in Revelation now it's called a dragon. Okay? When you go into the history, during the Maccabean period, you have the Herodian dynasty. All right? Herodian dynasty, the Herods, right? Those were Edomites. They look like Israelites, but those were Edomites. Okay? You see? And that's why the scripture, I believe it's in Matthew, I want to say it's Matthew 2, where it talks about, you know, the same thing, but when he tried to, you know, pretty much kill the Savior, right? So all the children 2 years and under, all right, he sought to do away with. Same thing that one Pharaoh did, you know, around Moses' time, right? But anyways, actually, he didn't try to do that, but, you know, this is what he decreed. And then it fell back on him. His own words fell back on him, all right? But it says, Michael and his angels fought because Jacob's trouble is going to come to a point, because you also had World War III, going to be so terrible in order to you know, come to the defense of the hopeful elect. Michael the archangel is going to have to stand up. Tells you the same thing in Daniel chapter 12 verse 1, man. He's going to have to stand up, okay, for the hopeful elect remnant, all right, because it's going to be just that crazy out here, all right. It says, and his angels fought because the angels are coming with Yahushua, all right. it says against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, because they lost, right? It says, neither was their place found any more in heaven. What heaven? We're talking about here in the earth. So what it's talking about is neither they're no longer in power. They were taken out of power. That's what it's going into. Okay, these people were taken out of power. All right, that power seat was stricken from them, because the Edomites are the last ones in rulership. Okay, the times of the Gentiles is almost fulfilled, and that's going to be fulfilled within the Edomites. They're the last heathens to be in power, man. Okay, so the scriptures once again are on point, as they always are, man. All right. Do that. Okay, so that's what it's talking about when it says they were found no more in heaven. Okay, they were found no more in power. That power seat was stricken from them. They were taken out of power, man. So it says, let's get 8 again. It says, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. Verse 9 says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent. Wait a minute, old serpent, because that's what we just read in Genesis chapter 3. That old serpent in the garden, which was a man, okay? It was a man, okay? Who actually had pigmentation in his skin at that time. He was actually dark skinned, okay? It was just the Edomites were cursed to have pale skin, all right? They make everything about you such bad. Talk about your hair, your skin complexion, and things of that nature. Nah, man, everything about you is cursed, okay? The fact that you don't have any melanin in your skin. You're the only nation on this planet that has no melanin in your skin. You're the one who's cursed, okay? So let's continue. It says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan. It's not talking about a spiritual demon. It's talking about the nation of people who pretty much, which he controls, right? Which deceiveth the whole world. And he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him, his army. That's what it's talking about. All these people that are in the army now, they're going to be in World War III, and they're not going to come home. They're going to die in the war. And those that get drafted to the war, or whatever the case may be, women as well included, okay? You're going to go to Armageddon, World War III, okay? Over there in Asia, okay? Over there in Asia, right? What they call the Middle East. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as Middle East, man. That landmass over there is called Asia. But they're going over there to Asia, all right, to fight in World War III, and they're not coming home, okay? They're going to die in World War III. So let me continue. Try to hurry up and finish because we're on our pages. Let me get back over here to, yep. It says, he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. This has nothing to do with something up in the heavens, giving the Lord some trouble, and was thrown down to the earth. And he brought other angels with him, and then they're chained up in the ice. Well, make your mind up. What is the story, man? It's nonsense. It's garbage, man. Okay, stemming from the Roman Catholic Church, like hell. Hell is a Roman Catholic doctrine. There's no place under the hell. I mean, under this earth called hell that burns with fire. Hell is simply the grave. It's also a condition that you play out in this earth, man. Okay? Verse 10 says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Messiah. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. Did we not just read this? Okay, in Psalms, right? It accused us, to the Lord, right? Now it says what? The accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night, which we talked about, man. They lay these stumbling blocks in front of you, and then they go back and say, look, see, Lord, or no, maybe not even call him Lord, maybe fake humbleness. But the point is, okay, they accuse you to the Lord because they think they're going to get their birthright back, the birthright of the firstborn, okay? And it was never meant for them, which is why they don't have it now. Immortality, kingdom of heaven, eternal rulership, all right? Spiritual powers, so on and so forth. These things are not for the Edomites or any of the other nations. Those things are for the Israelites only, man. Okay, and they know these things, which is why they're trying to get that place back. Okay, that seat back of the firstborn. All right, their birthright. Okay. It says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. Yep, because Yahushua already died on the cross for our sins. He already dealt with our sins. This time when he comes back, he's dealing out judgment. Okay, not coming to love and hug everybody like you've been told. Nah, man, he's coming out to deal out judgment. Okay, and Revelation 22 tells you that he has righteous rewards as well as wicked rewards. There's rewards for the wicked and rewards for the righteous, and the righteous, the hopefully elect remnant, because even 2/3 of our own people are going to be part of those that receive a wicked reward. It says, and by the word of their testimony, which is what? Prophesying. Revelation 19:10, I think so. Okay, that the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. Okay, people can't deal with prophecy, man. That's what the scriptures are all about. Prophecy, man. Okay, speaking the things that the Lord have written to occur in this earth into existence by what? Through the mouths of his prophets, man. Okay, so it says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. What does it have to do with the spiritual demon Satan? Absolutely nothing, because it's talking about the Edomites, as we just read up above, being taken out of power. Okay, so this is going to a different time period. Before they're actually completely taken out of power, this is going into the time period of Jacob's trouble, when he's going to come down with great wrath, come against those that actually truly believe in this truth and who spread the gospel of truth, like it says in Isaiah 52. I think it's 52. Love that scripture. I want to read that real quick though. Beautiful verse, man. Because I'm gonna go over there to Isaiah in a second, anyways. Let me grab that real quick. Isaiah 52, I believe it is. I think I just passed it. Give me a second. Nope. Okay, here we go. Getting there. Give me that. All right, here we go. Isaiah 52:7. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publisheth salvation, that saith unto Zion, thy God reigneth. Who is Zion? It's talking about the Israelites. Their word in Hebrew is to Zion, meaning monument or memorial. Okay? We're that memory of what used to be. Okay? And we're still here today, man. So it says, let's go back and finish this. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, and we always read that Isaiah 59:19, because it says when he comes down with great wrath, the Lord's going to lift up a standard. All right, he's gonna have things happen to protect his elect, man, from all the trouble that's going on this earth, where everybody else is going through it. All right, so let me see here. Talk about everything I want to see. I'm gonna get rained out. I'm trying to figure out. Let's